Hey, Marmalade here with Marmalade Outdoors. How's everybody doing? I hope well. Well, thank you for joining me for this important video. It's called 10 Essentials for Hiking or even going in the outdoors. How did this originate? Well, it's an interesting kind of story. This list of items started back in the 1930s in Seattle by some mountaineers. And it was just a simple list of what to bring if you go in the wilderness. Over the years, this list evolved from a list of items to a list of systems. So let's get on with the first one. By the way, they're in no particular order, but let's go with the first one. And as you stay to the end, I have a bonus 11th item. All right, it's good to be hydrated before you start these long lists. I'll try to make this as fast as possible, but number one is food. Always carry more calories than you think you will need. On a day hike, maybe throw in an extra bar or a snack. On a multi-day hike, bring an extra dehydrated meal or an extra oatmeal pack or Pop-Tart in case you're out there longer than expected. And for backpacking, this is especially important if you're trying to figure out the miles you're going to average per day and you end up doing a long section of, let's say, 50 to 100 miles and you end up taking a day or a half day longer. It's always important. I try to carry about a half a day's extra food or at least in snacks. All right, number two is water. Learn how many miles you normally hike per liter. Have the space and the containers to be able to carry that water. Carry a filter in case you run out of water and come upon some on the trail. You can also carry purifying tablets or drops such as iodine tablets or aquamira. Okay, number three is fire. You can bring a small lighter or waterproof matches or both just in case. You can also find a small tin box like an Altoids box and put some cotton balls soaked in petroleum jelly in that box for a quick, light, and easy way to start a fire in an emergency situation. All right, number four is fix-it category. This could be a knife or a multi-tool for anything you may need to fix or repair, or simply to cut something like rope. All right, five is first aid kit. It's of course important to not only have a well-supplied kit, but the knowledge on how to use it. One way you could learn how is by taking a wilderness first aid class at REI. All right, number six is insulation. Bring a few more layers just in case unexpected weather were to roll in, such as base layers, a beanie, gloves, and of course, don't forget your rain jacket. All right, number seven is illumination. This means a headlamp or of course a flashlight. One tip would be if you're not using a rechargeable headlamp is to bring extra batteries. Tape the batteries together with painter's tape so you don't lose them. All right, number eight is sun protection. This could mean a hat, sunglasses, umbrella, sun hoodie, and of course sunscreen to help protect you from the elements. All right, number nine is shelter. If you're out on a day hike, that could mean a tarp, bivy, or even an emergency blanket. If you're out on an overnight or multi-day trip, you will usually already have your tent or tarp. All right, number 10 is navigation. Map and compass could be a method as long as you learn how to use them. The more modern method of navigation is of course GPS with apps on your phone. Also use these apps to plan your day and multi-day hikes ahead of time. Okay, as promised, I have one bonus one, and it may be the most important one. And that is to always leave an itinerary of where and when you are going. Also very important is to make sure you reach out to those people once you are done so they know you are safe and well. All right, and lastly, how often do you really need most of these items? Very rarely. Probably 99% of the time you don't need them. But if you're out there and you have an emergency situation, you need it, it could save your life. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Obviously, there's more things you could throw in there, but these are the 10 basic things. And remember, sometimes, it's for you to be safe, but also it could be for others, like in your group. I've had it many times where I've helped people I've given like things like first aid band-aids and things to people that I don't even know on trail. I've had people that were lost, couldn't find the trailhead, and so I helped them navigate with navigation, getting back to where they need to go. Food, things like that. I've had people that ran out of food and needed a snack, and I knew I was almost at the car, or even when I'm through hiking, I've had extra food I've given to people. So let's keep that in mind. Oh, I've also had where I gave water to somebody, not for them, but they weren't very smart. They didn't bring any water for the dog, and it was very hot out in the desert. So I gave water for that. So just keep that in mind. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video if you enjoyed it. It helps with the algorithms. I'm growing my channel. It really helps me. It's free. It doesn't cost you a cent. If you click the bell in the upper right-hand corner, you'll be notified every time I post a new video. And that's all I got. I've got a bunch more coming out, so stay tuned for those. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll see you down the trail.